This next episode of Trivia in Chief is about the 27th president, William Howard Taft, and his unusual bathtub. William Howard Taft was born September 15, 1857, in Cincinnati. His father was Alphonso Taft, a future Secretary of War. William Howard Taft attended Yale, where he studied law. He graduated in 1878 and was admitted to the Ohio Bar in 1880. Taft became involved with Republican politics around this time. In 1886, he married Helen Herron. Taft wanted to be a Supreme Court justice, but his wife wanted him to be president. In 1887, Taft was appointed to fill a judge's vacancy in the Ohio Superior Court. He was soon re-elected to the court, which aside from the presidential election, was the only election he ever won. In 1892, Taft was appointed a judge in the United States Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals. He passed several verdicts against unions, but still supported the rights of workers to strike and enforced antitrust laws. In 1900, Taft was appointed to serve as a chairman of the Second Philippine Commission, whose goal was to establish a civilian government in the Philippines after the occupation by the U.S. during the Spanish-American War. Taft was afterwards made the Philippines' first civilian governor. Taft fell in love with the Philippines and refused nominations to the U.S. Supreme Court. In 1904, he was made Secretary of War on the condition he could still supervise the Philippines. During this time, he also served as a provisional governor of Cuba. In 1908, Teddy Roosevelt chose not to run for a third term due to earlier campaign promises. Roosevelt began promoting Taft as his successor, leading to his nomination by the Republican Party. Though at first reluctant to run for president, Taft easily beat Democrat candidate William Jennings Bryan. As of 2020, Taft is the final president with facial hair. Taft is also to date the heaviest president, weighing 350 pounds. He was known as Big Bill. According to legend, Taft once got stuck in a White House bathtub, but there is no evidence to support the story. Despite this, shortly after Taft's inauguration, a special Taft-sized porcelain tub was installed in the White House. It was 7 feet long, 41 inches wide, and weighed approximately 1 ton. It could comfortably fit 4 men, or one President Taft. A similar bathtub was installed on the presidential yacht. During his time in office, Taft continued his predecessor's work. In 1909, Taft signed into law the 16th Amendment, which created income tax. Taft also defended the Payne-Aldrich Tariff of 1909, which alienated many Republicans. He remained on good terms with Teddy Roosevelt until Taft fired Gifford Pinchot, the head of the Bureau of Forestry. Pinchot had been a good friend and ally of Roosevelt, and his firing caused Roosevelt to disown Taft. In the 1912 election, Roosevelt formed the Progressive Party, or Bull Moose Party. This split the Republican voters, leading to Woodrow Wilson's victory. Shortly after leaving office, Taft moved to a suite in New Haven, Connecticut. The suite was reported to have a bathtub deep enough for an average-sized man to float in it when filled. On a trip to New Jersey 2 years later, he underestimated the capacity of the hotel bathtub, leading to it overflowing. The bathroom floor was flooded, and guests in the dining room of the floor below were drenched by the water. In 1921, Taft's lifelong dream was fulfilled when he was appointed Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court. One of the most important verdicts during his time as Chief Justice was in Myers v. United States, which upheld the ability of presidents to remove federal officials. In 1868, this had led to Andrew Johnson's impeachment. Taft resigned from the Supreme Court in 1930 and passed away a month later. William Howard Taft remains the only person to hold the highest office in both the executive and judicial branches. The next president was Woodrow Wilson, who led us through World War I. Thank you.